Hey there, you guys. All right, I'm waiting to see, let you guys hop on. I know this takes a minute, and I'm just going to share this while I wait for you. Oh my gosh, like it was like Tuesday afternoon. I look a little rough. Anybody with me? Hey, Missy, how are you? I see you down there. So I am going to share with you guys one of our favorite weeknight recipes, and I actually have not made this in a long time. And this is one that Henry has been asking me to make for quite some time now, and I finally remembered to put it on the meal plan and to actually buy the stuff to make it, and it's not hard at all. But let me get this done. Hold on just a second, and I will get started here. But can anybody guess what we're having? Probably don't know. Probably don't know what our favorites are. But Henry has been asking me to make for some time meatloaf. I have not made meatloaf in a really long time, and that's I know that's a common weeknight recipe that mamas like to make. And a lot of times I get I talk to people. I actually talked to somebody yesterday afternoon in my house, somebody that wanted to talk to me about health and fitness goals, and she was like, I love things like meatloaf and spaghetti and tacos, and I'm like, girl, we eat all that stuff too. I try to clean it up a little bit. And so tonight we are eating meatloaf, and I'm going to show you how I make it. And so right here I had to defrost it a little bit, but this is just ground turkey. You can use ground beef. I mean, you definitely can use ground beef just as long as you buy it really lean. But it does tend to have more like cholesterol and things like that, even the lean ground beef. So like I said last night when I shared about, we had tacos last night, and I used, I know I've got it backwards. It should be like Meatloaf Monday and Taco Tuesday, but it was backwards, whatever, you know. So we used ground beef for our tacos last night, and it was like 85–90% lean ground beef, and we probably won't have ground beef again this week. So that was kind of like a one-time thing, because I do try to focus on the more lean meats. And so this is ground turkey. My favorite type of ground meat to cook with is ground chicken. But ground chicken tends to be a little too dry for meatloaf, so I got ground turkey for this one. And all I'm going to do, I am going to add a little bit of olive oil just to help it stick together. And then I just make it like I would make any other meatloaf. If you make meatloaf, then you know you put some eggs in it to help bind it together. I'm going to put in some ketchup, and this is not like plain ketchup, it's just ketchup, just for flavor. Definitely, and y'all, like I don't measure. Like if you watch me cook, I don't measure, I just cook. I'm going to put in some, this is Himalayan like pink sea salt. It's just less processed. I have got some ground pepper here. I love pepper. I love lots of pepper. I have got some Italian seasoning. That just comes from Kroger. I use this a lot. Like I'm almost out of it. I'm actually going to take the top off so it comes out a little bit better. Probably about a teaspoon of that, depending on how big you make your meatloaf. And then I love thyme. I love to season with thyme. Actually, I need to grow. I should have grown some, but I didn't. So I've got about that much thyme. Thyme smells really good. It just makes, I don't know, it gives it that like, I don't know, like that old like grandma cooked it kind of flavor. And then I have chopped about a half of an onion. You could use more than that for sure. Got that onion, and I didn't chop it like real fine. I just chopped it up. Let's see. I found my garlic. Okay. And I am not a lover of mincing garlic, so I buy like a huge jar of it, and I use it when I need it. This lasts for a long time. And honestly, when I buy garlic, it goes bad. Like I just let it sit there until it just turns green, and that's not the way you're supposed to do it. So, so I've got all that. So what else do I have? Breadcrumbs. So I buy these panko breadcrumbs. You can actually even buy them with the Italian seasoning in them. That's really good. But I just bought the plain kind because I'm going to use them for something else later in the week. And so I have the plain panko breadcrumbs, and I'm just mixing this together. And then one last thing that I put in this for my Henry, because he asks me to, is barbecue sauce, okay? So I don't personally eat a lot of barbecue sauce because it has a lot of sugar in it and just kind of a lot of junk unless I make my own. And I never make my own barbecue sauce. So, but I am going to put some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce into our meatloaf. Okay? Just a little bit. Just to give it that little kick, that flavor. And so that may sound odd, like Italian seasoning and ketchup and barbecue sauce, but he really, really likes it that way. And so I try to introduce as many new things and healthy things into their diets as I can. And if my kids will eat this ground turkey meatloaf, that is good. It's a good source of protein. And it doesn't have all the fat that regular meatloaf would have. If they'll eat that, then I am happy as a clam. And so I added just a little bit more of the breadcrumbs to it because it seemed a little wet, honestly. And so that is all I will do. It smells really good. It smells like garlic. It smells like all those herbs that I used. And I will get a pan, a meatloaf pan. I'll spray it with some olive oil cooking spray, and I will cook it on 350, probably for, I can't remember, I'll have to check my recipe, probably like 30 or 40 minutes at least, because it is turkey and it's got to get cooked all the way through. So that is what our dinner is tonight. Henry will be so happy. I'm going to serve it with that mashed cauliflower that I talked about earlier in the week. I love mashed cauliflower, and probably some steamed broccoli. So that is dinner. It's a healthy protein and it's some veggies, and I can add some healthy fats if I need to, if I want to, with avocado, or I'll probably put some blue cheese over my cauliflower because I'm like hooked on blue cheese. And I'm going to watch This Is Us tonight. Is anybody else going to watch This Is Us? I'm recording it in case I miss it if I'm working or if the kids aren't in bed yet. But I want to know, like a raise of hands, who is watching the premiere of This Is Us? Like, I've been waiting for a long, long time. You going to watch it with me? Matt says no. It's okay. I got a big couch all to myself. I'll watch it by myself. All right. Bye, guys.